I need a break. I don't need a break. Yeah! That's wild. Alright, I'm with you guys. Okay.
Chill energy today.
New video. Just kind of wanted to update you guys. I got some flea market finds. Check out what I got. Oh, some Grand Funk shining on. And we got some Kansas, Point of No Return. Okay, so both of these albums I have never listened to. Okay, so you might be asking, why did I get these? Well, one, I got the Kansas record, because I'm actually from Topeka, Kansas, believe it or not. And that's where Kansas originated from. I think a lot of the band members went to a Topeka high school.
Does that make you scared to come to school?
No.
That's where it all started. It's a shame that I've really only listened to Dust in the Wind and Carry On Wayward Son. But I really want to dive into Kansas, so this will be my first introduction. So it did come with the inner sleeve, which is pretty cool. It is split on the bottom, but that's all right. You know, I'm just growing my collection out now, so not really too worried about everything being perfect. As I grow, I will want to get more stuff that's in, you know, very good condition to mint if I can. I'm excited to dive into Kansas. Shining On. Now this was pretty sweet. This is another one. I've never even heard of this band actually. But I got it strictly because it looked like it's in really good shape and it still had the 3D glasses. I don't know if you can see that, but it has little indentions where you can poke that out. Let me show you this. It came with this poster, which is pretty sweet. Back it up. That's awesome. Yeah. So you put this on the wall, put the glasses on as you're listening to the album. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I can't decide if I want to mess this up by taking that out or if I want to keep it in there. Let me know. Comment down. What should I do? This one did not come with the inner sleeve. That if I can get this thing posted. I'm gonna make a video on both of these, reacting to both of these albums. This will be first time reacting to a full Kansas album and first time reacting to songs other than the two main songs Kansas is known for. Which, if you're like me in the music world, a lot of the times your favorite artists, the songs that they're most known for, are not your favorite. Okay, I don't know why that always is, but so I'm hoping that's the case with Kansas. I hope they have like a bunch of different types of songs, or it's a different style or something. Both of these also are first pressings. That's pretty cool. Another main reason I got these, even though they're not in the best condition. I'm gonna make a separate video on that. Kind of tell you how to find out if your record is a first pressing. I'm not an expert on it, but I'll tell you how I found out these two were, at least. Okay, I'm just learning myself, but I'll teach you guys how I kind of learned and self-taught myself, I guess. It's pretty easy, but I'll make a separate video on that. Which, speaking of that, I wanted to talk about kind of the future of this channel and what's coming up. So I was slacking last week. I wanted to start this channel by making one video a week at least. And I didn't get to make one last week. One of the reasons is, if you guys can see, I'm missing my Harman Kardon. So I had a Harman Kardon HK 3380 because I sold my receiver. I wanted to upgrade. I want to get a new receiver. I'm looking at the Outlaw RR 2150. That's what I think I'm going to get. But until then, I need to sell this sound bar so I can get that receiver. So what happened was I sold the receiver, and with that money I was just going to put it into another receiver. But before I could, I found this guy at the Goodwill. The Yamaha YP211 turntable. They were asking $125 and I took it. And so now I don't have enough money for my receiver, but I've been meaning to sell this sound bar. So when I sell that, I'll have enough money to get a receiver and we'll be back to our reviews. The other thing that was kind of holding me back, the turntable had a couple things that I needed to do to it, a couple things that needed maintained, I guess you could say. I'm gonna make a separate video on that as well, so that's something to look forward to. I'll have a video on the turntable, kind of showing what I needed to do to bring it up to speed, how much it cost altogether after everything that I had to get for it. But I'm really happy with it. I'm excited to get it going, and when I do, that's when I'll also make the videos about these two records. Okay, because I'll be listening to these on the turntable. And yeah, the other thing, I think the last video that I made, I ended it by saying I would review these next. So I already reviewed the S38s, which if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that video. That's something else. Okay, it's not a very critical review. A lot of it is just me having fun, and I listen to like a couple critical songs. But I think that's what this channel is going to be a lot of. I am going to listen to critical songs, and you know, I do have an audiophile focus. I do want speakers that can live in that range. Um, but not super critical. I wanted to stay fun. You still got to listen to party songs. You're still going to have friends over. Not every friend is going to want to listen to the most eloquent jazz song. But yeah, I just like testing speakers out, testing out every kind of music, because that's what I listen to. I listen to every kind of music, from your classic rock to your progressive rock, to rap, a little bit of popular music, some Spanish music. My wife's Peruvian, so I do listen to some Spanish music here and there. Um, Jazz, I love jazz music. Very wide variety, I would say. Um, but anyways, why I bring this up is I'm gonna test those out, but I need a new receiver. You know, with the Harman Kardon HK3380, which is what I had previously, they just wouldn't power them enough. You know what I mean? These speakers are hungry, and that's what people said online, and I believe it because I was giving them all the HK could give, and I could feel them wanting to start to come to life, but I just knew the review wouldn't do those speakers justice because I was underpowering them. So I think with the Outlaw, that should be sufficient, hopefully. And then I will make a video on those, hopefully before I sell them, because I also have those up for sale right now. The reason, because I feel like I'm gonna like the S38s better no matter what. I think I might. I just love those speakers. Man, he really surprised me. And like I said, I think I said in the video, you know, I've had a few different sets of speakers. I know I'm just getting into this, but I've had a couple of different JBLs. I've had the JBL L26. I've had some MB Quartz, some the Domain 45s. So yeah, I've had some nice speakers, you know. Those still blew me away. It's crazy. Not saying that those are necessarily better, but I mean, they could compete. They can compete, and it just might be, you know. I would really have to listen to them side by side, which is what I'm excited to do with these two. So hopefully I'll get my receiver soon, and I'll be able to do that review. So yeah, that's what's coming up. I should have a review on these two albums. I should have a video on the turntable, fixing it up, and I guess a little review on it. And then also hopefully a review on the JBL S312. Yeah. And then obviously a review of the Outlaw receiver. I think that's really under the radar receiver right now. I don't know, because of the looks, or there's a couple things I'll probably talk about in the video that I make about it. But yeah, it's definitely flying under the radar and going, I think, for a decent price for everything that it has. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to stay tuned for those videos. I'm going to try to post all the videos every Thursday. So stay tuned for that, probably around like 2 p.m. on Thursdays. And yeah, that's what my channel is going to be, reacting to a lot of albums, reacting to a lot of speakers. I'm going to keep upgrading. You know, when I sell these JBLs, whichever ones I decide to sell, I'm just reinvesting that, and I'm going to buy another set of speakers and try those out. I got some Polk Monitor 5JRs that the crossover's damaged right now, so I need to fix that, and then I'll do a video on those. Yeah, a lot of things coming. Yeah, I appreciate you guys sticking around. I think I got 2 subscribers, so that's awesome. Keep it up. That's sweet. Thanks for being here, first. Yeah, so until next time.